I'm gonna start regular screen. Oh, it's already started. All right, what up, guys? Welcome back to Fishy Hour. There's the music. Woo! We're back. It's Wednesday. It's Fishy Hour. Oh, sorry, it's bait fishing with Roman and Brian, or bait fishing with Brian and Roman, whichever way you want to say it. Whatever way is easier. In a second, we're gonna have Brian join me, and we're gonna be split screen, and we're gonna talk about everything that we're gonna do today. So it should be fun. Quick shout outs. If you're in the chat, say hello. If it's your first time here, say first timer, and everybody will say what up and welcome you to the awesome, most awesome fishing show you ever heard that's broadcasted from my house. Definitely the best show ever made in this house. Woo! All right. All right, we're gonna get Brian in here. Brian, I'm gonna bring you in split screen mode. What up, Brian? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Roman? How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Music's still going in the background. Sorry you can't hear it, but it sounds
That's
epic.
okay. I'm used to it now. Hey, this is probably the best show ever filmed in his garage, too. Maybe.
Exactly.
I'm an original owner, so I think I can hold that title.
That's so good. Super good. Awesome. So let's see. Let's do some quick shout outs. First of all, I want to thank Leonard for heading out with me yesterday and being my co-pilot, my wingman on the water. Thanks, Leonard, for coming out and making sure we're out there in pairs, at least a little bit safe. You never know what can happen in the bay. What up, Todd? TB Metal Art in the house. Make sure you stick around. We've got some good stuff from you or about
What's
you.
up, Todd?
We'll be talking about you. Exclamation point Metal Art, I think. Exclamation point Metal Art. Does that do something for the bot? Let's see. Maybe it's exclamation point TB Metal Art. Maybe the Nightbot's sleeping. We'll wake up and figure it out. There it is. tbmetalart.com. Cool. Yeah, so the music's done fading out. We're pretty much in it. Let's get the show cracking. Let's get the show rolling.
It's hot. Let's open these beverages. Let's start this out. I'm ready.
Right. So here we go, guys. You guys know the drill. If you're new to the stream, if you're new to the show, it started by just me opening my beverage of choice at the beginning of the show, but now we're doing it with everybody that's also a guest in the show. We do a ranking system, so between 10 being the best pop top you ever heard and 1 being the worst. Try to stay between 1 and 10, guys, or 1 to 10.
So I'm hoping everybody at home is joining us with a beverage, and this is the point where we're all supposed, not just me and Roman, but
right.
We're all supposed to be opening our beverage. So you can judge yourself.
Judge your beverage.
You can be part of it.
Judge yourself.
Judge your drink.
Yeah,
probably bullshit sparkling water like us, though, Roman.
Right, it's true. You guys can do real beverages.
Yeah. Okay, here goes mine.
Okay. Oh, that sounded like you punched the mic. Like, oh, that was like a really good. That was a good one. That was explosive. All right, hit us with it. What do you got? What do you guys think? Shout outs to Fish Dogs. What up? Welcome, Jesse Brumit. Welcome, dude. First time I see you in here, so welcome to the stream. Sup, Salty? Welcome back. Dog Dude Drone. Zach, welcome back, sir. It's been a while. Todd is here. Yes. Josh. What up, Josh? It's been forever. I'm glad you're here. Let's see. Okay. Let's see what we got.
Hey, Josh, I just watched your video. I'm assuming that's Calico Bassin.
No,
awesome.
It's somebody else. It's somebody else. That's not Calico. It says Josh Albert. He's been a long-time subscriber, always supporting. Very cool dude. Thanks, Josh. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. If you have any questions about fishing, dude, that we can help you with, dude, this is the perfect show for you. So just ask. Let's see. So you got a 9.5 from Tyler.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm looking at my scores, man. I'm up there, man. I'm a contender now.
I gave myself a 10 and Brian an 11. That's salty.
Yes. Salty.
Oh, Josh, I know, man. I'm sorry. Busy with kids and fam. No worries. It's all good. It's all good. Here we go. I'm gonna do mine. On a scale of 1 to 10.
Dog Dude Drone's in there. I haven't seen him for a while either.
Absolute.
Hey, that was fast. That was good.
my pop top did this.
It's hot. Is that thing came out of the refrigerator or is that room temperature?
No, it's out of the fridge. It's got like some sweat beads on
cheers.
it. Cheers.
Cheers,
everybody.
Cheers.
Yeah, that definitely was a weak crack. Yep. Yeah, that was a weak fish. I admit it. Oh, Todd gave me a 3.
What? See, now your scores are going down. Did you stop turning up your
Oh, yeah.
mic?
Yeah, Dario told me to do this. It's a wah 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 sound. Sorry, you didn't get to hear it. But you know what? You know what?
I can imagine.
We spent at least a good hour messing around with settings. Look at the quality of Brian's video. It looks amazing. So you got a little bit of white balance figured out. We got a little bit of we got the saturation turned up a little bit. We
might even be able to read the word excite bike.
You can actually. I can on the
Wow.
big screen. Yeah. So it's looking good. Looking super good. So the quality is definitely up today. Woo!
If you only knew how much struggle it is to battle this technology me and Roman go through.
Yeah, we're messing with lights. I'm like, what lights do you have? I'm like, put them up. Let's see. And then we're like, all right, do this, try that, and we're like trying to figure out over Skype, but it worked out. So good.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally a show broadcast out of a garage, so you got to work with what you got.
Right on. Okay, so good stuff. Okay, Church House Creeper. What is that? Is that a game? That's cool. That's cool. All right.
It's like a.
Okay. Yeah.
Move on. I guess.
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. Captain Dan says broadcast quality. Woo. Okay.
Yeah.
So today, guys, we have Brian came up with some good stuff, and do you want to go over the plan? I'll just kind of hang out.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, do you have any announcements to make? I guess any quick announcements you want to give out?
No, okay. So I have a couple of announcements actually. Thanks for the reminder. One announcement is that next Tuesday, I won't be streaming from my kayak. I'll be a guest on somebody else's show on Twitch, and that's part of the whole growth campaign, right? If we go and be part of other people's content, then that'll make us more discoverable, and also takes you guys over there to maybe see somebody that you might also appreciate watching. So on Tuesday, on my official time slot, we're gonna actually start. I think he starts like at 6:30. So during that time slot, if you just go to Twitch like you normally would, and I'm gonna put the Twitch page up real quick so you guys get the. Where is it? There it is.
Excuse me.
It's okay. We're good. And so that's where we're gonna be, and I'll be hosting. I think his name is Fuzzy, Phuzzy, and I think we're gonna talk about fishing, and like he's not from California, so he'll have a lot of questions I think about like California fishing and spotted bay bass fishing, and that kind of stuff. And I think since he's not familiar with our area, the questions he asks will be, I think, good questions since he'll have like a fresh mind about it basically. You know, like he'll have fresh questions about the topic since he hasn't. You know, so it'll be a good time for a beginner as well. Cool. So anyway, that's gonna be on Tuesday. So you don't have to do anything. You really don't have to do anything except still go to my Twitch page on Tuesday, and then instead of me broadcasting, it's gonna say hosting Fuzzy on there, right? And then just click on that, and it'll take you to a stream, and then you can watch the interview. If you want to watch the interview from the beginning, we're starting around 6:30. The only thing that I gotta do a disclaimer is that I'm not sure if his channel is G like mine, like rated G, like we're not gonna drop an F-bomb. I'm still not gonna cuss, but I'm not sure if he cusses or not. So just fair warning. If you're watching it around the kids, like sometimes some of you guys do, so make sure you don't get surprised with the Daddy, what does that mean? But other than that, that's the bigger announcement, and I'm still kind of working on the unboxing video for this Bixby. I got the green screen, and I'm trying to figure out the what background to put on my unboxing video. So anyway, that's coming up maybe this week. So yeah. Other than that, I think we're good, Brian. Let's continue.
Okay, so I guess I'll give a little teaser of the show since this show is an hour long or maybe longer. So we're going to talk about some weekend fishing updates. We went over that briefly on Monday. We're talking a little bit more. Tonight, I'm going to show you. I actually got a 20-inch spotty this weekend, and I actually have it here, and I'm going to show it to you guys. I have an update.
So much for catching and release.
I have a update on. You guys know I've been trying for the world record, and I've got an update on that. And also, we're going to talk about targeting big spotties in the bay. Today is dedicated. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. This is like Spotty Wednesday. So we're dedicating basically the whole show to spotties. So
Awesome.
if you're into spotty fishing, you're in the right place right now.
Awesome. Welcome, Fishy down there. It's been a while. MMFC in the house. And what's up, Ryan? Oh, Hyder. There you go. What's up, Hyder? You changed your logo.
What's up,
you changed your
Hyder?
icon. Changed your icon. Threw me off there for a little bit. Welcome back. Can't wait to see the spot, he says, Leonard. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
So weekend fishing, it was a 3-day weekend. So I got lucky and I was able to fish Saturday and Monday. And I know you didn't get out because you were busy playing Street Fighter all weekend, but but you went out last night, right? So you got some fishing. Oh my god. That was the real deal. Oh my god.
I got it yesterday. Sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. We're not going to
No,
talk about
that's
Street
fine.
Fighter. Go. And so
No. Go ahead. Now you brought it out. Now you got to talk about it. You showed it.
So
Now
true.
you can't just put it away.
I got it yesterday right before I went out to fish with Leonard. And like I was like, oh, I got to get back. And I leveled up on the regular controller, on this controller. And then I had to basically, I lost a bunch of ranks because I had to figure out the new control, and it's like different now. Like all the muscle memory that I built is worthless now because I was built it on this. So anyway, I'm back.
Next thing you know, we're gonna see you with 2 of those Velcro like wrist straps on because you're gonna have carpal tunnel syndrome, dude, from doing all that controller.
Leonard's saying, yeah, that's why the stream was so short. And then Salty's like, bingo.
Anyway, that's awesome. So you're having fun with that. Cool.
Yeah, let's keep it going. Sorry about that.
No problem. That's awesome. So weekend update. I went out on Saturday. It was pretty good fishing out there. That was whoever was out there on Saturday knows that it was super windy. Like if you were out across from that entrance to the bait barge, there's that like sandy beach over there. It was like a sandstorm coming off that. I was coming in through the jetty and I saw that, and I don't know if I thought I was on Tatooine. It was so sandy, so coming across that. There's my Star Wars plug, by the way.
Nice, Star Wars.
Coming across that. It was the windiest I think I've ever seen it on the bay, and that was like at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I started out the day with fishing with John out there for calicos, and we did pretty good. Got a 20-inch calico, which I was happy to get that. Got a handful of calicos and came into the bay and got over 20 spotties. Nothing too exciting to talk about that day. 2 legals, I think. And then Monday, got out there and caught some more spotties. Again, conditions were pretty bad. The water was and the wind was up, and there was just a ton of jet skis. I think Groupon sold out again, dude. The jet skis were,
I bet.
they were out in force. I lost 2 lures to 2 sailboats and 1 lure to a jet skier.
Wow.
Because you can't get it in fast enough.
Yeah. And they're not even paying attention either. That's crazy.
So
That's pretty crazy.
So that was my weekend update, kind of brief, but one thing about it is it was nice and sunny out, and I got away from where I live in Ramona, and it was about 30 degrees cooler, because Saturday, it's the hottest day I think I could ever remember living in this town. I hit 115 degrees at my house, which that's the hottest I ever remember getting to. It was super hot. So I was happy to be down in the bay when I think it was like in the high 80s. So that's my weekend update. Anybody else have anything they want to add to it?
You didn't even do fish counts.
My fish count?
Yeah.
I think it was 27 on Saturday and 22 or 23 on Monday. So right around my average. But I wasn't fishing very hard just because it was so much going on. I was kind of just enjoying the weather this weekend, really.
Right. Awesome.
How was your fishing last night?
It was actually, I hadn't been out of the house since the whole like smoke and fire started, so I wasn't used to, I know like that I noticed that it was darker, and like the quality of light outside is more orange, which I kind of like, but I wasn't expecting it to be kind of so.
Oh, from the smoke, because there was that weird sun. Was it on Monday?
It's like red, yeah.
Yeah, it literally looked. Here we go. It looked like a Star Wars sun, like when Luke Skywalker
did.
And he looks up and there's the 2 suns. That's the first thing I thought of. It's that holy mackerel.
Yeah, exactly. So
it looks like something out from outer space.
But there was no wind. The water was like seemed warm and hardly any wind. It was nice.
Oh, Muto, man, says he bought a crocodile lure. Right on, man.
Nice.
All right, I'm bringing them back. We're slowly bringing them back. I didn't intend to buy it, but Brian raved, and then, oh, cool. See, man, get out there and try that thing. Try it. When you get out there and you get that crocodile lure, go. If you're out in front of La Jolla, don't throw it into the kelp, but throw it parallel with the edge of the kelp. Let that thing sink a little bit, and then just retrieve it pretty fast. And I've got some big calicos on that thing, and you never know what you're gonna get with that thing. Could be a bonita, could be a barracuda, could be a calico, could be anything.
There you go.
It's a mystery bait.
Bought it at Walmart. Nice.
I think you can buy those things.
Right, and that's probably why everybody kind of starts out with them, because you're like, oh, that looks shiny. It's right there on the shelf, every shelf. Wasn't fishing hard, 20 fish.
Yeah, I was wondering. I know you've been working trying to earn that kayak, but he's going to hit the bay hard soon. All right, on.
That's right. Jet, did you figure out? Oh yeah, I have 5 days off going to hitting the bay hard. Heck yeah, dude. Jet, do you know where you want to fish this weekend on Saturday? Because you've been working like for the past month, it feels like, and you've missed a bunch of outings. So let us know where you want to fish. We can all join you. Like what? If you want to do Mission Bay, San Diego Bay, you let us know.
Yeah, you even missed the small pole challenge, dude. We're gonna have to throw that again just so Jet could.
What should we do one? Let's see. What up, Kevin? Kevin in the house. Hot sauce. Could be a shark. Says, oh, cool. Somebody got a shark? Nope. Okay, Muto says, thanks for the tips. And then Leonard's, cool.
Okay, are you ready to move on to the 20-inch spotty I caught?
Almost. Give me one more second on these comments. You guys said.
Yep.
Okay, so Jets knocking it back, putting it back on our court. In our court, we decide. Okay, but definitely we should do bay fishing this weekend. So last weekend I didn't do any bay fishing because of the. I didn't want the shenanigans of all the crazy boaters, but this weekend should be more tame. So let's do San Diego Bay, just because there's enough.
All right.
That way there's enough room for all of us. Should we try a different part of the bay this time? What do you feel?
Well, let's see. We've done South Bay, and that was kind of a not spotty. That was our bait section. So I don't know. That wasn't too successful. We've done. You know what we haven't hit for a while? We haven't hit the secret spot.
Oh yeah, we should do the secret spot. Or not? Sorry, that's Captain Dan's secret spot. We should do the MMC secret spot. Yeah. Yeah,
and that maybe hit that up, and maybe this time instead of when we go out kind of on the left of the jetty, maybe we could hit the right side and then cut across at power poles, so we could hit kind of the sub area and try to get some sand bass, and then head on over to the secret spot.
That might work.
Maybe.
Yeah. Also, the boat ramp. We can launch at the boat ramp now. Oh, maybe the boat ramp's not too busy. Yeah, that's cool. I love that.
The only thing I could say that would be bad about that is at the end of the day, if it's windy like last weekend, it's going to be a bear for you guys to get in. So maybe make an audible call once we get a forecast.
Okay. Okay, but for sure we're doing San Diego Bay, and then we'll do the Cal says I'm here. What I miss? We can start now. What up, Cal?
Cal, how come you're always 10 minutes late, man? I'm sorry, 20 minutes late.
Cal, so we're fishing this weekend. Are you available? Jet's been working for the past couple of months, so this will be his first weekend off. So we're gonna go wherever he wants to go. I think we're just gonna do San Diego Bay. So it should be good. Oh,
dog dude drone says he caught is that a bluefin on a crocodile on a croc lure? That's awesome. What? I see, man. It's the universal. You can catch mackerel, bluefin, spotties.
That's so good.
Barracuda.
K-Dot says I'm down, so they're weighing in where. Okay, cool. So we're gonna do San Diego Bay. We just haven't figured out what part of the bay yet, but that's what's going on. Okay, Brian, I see the stream quality drop. Oh, there it goes. It's back. We're back. Good.
Okay, please don't let my video crud out.
No, we're good.
Don't want it.
So let's
important night.
Okay, enough shenanigans. Let's get back on track. So you were gonna move us into talk about the.
Okay, so this weekend, guys, I got a call, and it was to come check out this 20-inch spotty, and so I drove over and I met this dude, and he handed me something, and I'm gonna pull it out right now.
Hold on, don't bring it up yet. Hold on, let me bring you full screen.
Okay.
All right, ready. Looks
So.
good.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna give you a quick glimpse of it. This is the official, I guess, unboxing. Is that what you call when you do this?
Yeah, unboxing.
So I'm gonna give you a glimpse of just a tail, and I think you guys know what I got.
You bought it at Hollister? That's good.
No, that's where Todd buys all his clothes. Oh, I got this from Todd, by the way. Todd buys all his clothes there. I don't know where this bag came from. He gave it to me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, guys. So I ordered this from TV Metal Arts. If you don't know Todd, he's an awesome artist. He's a local artist, and he works with metals. Like other people work with sculptures and paintings. He's an artist that works with metals. And, if you look behind Roman's head, Roman's got a yellow tail, it looks like back there. And I ordered this through Todd, and I was so excited to get it. And he called me this weekend and let me know it was done, and I went and picked it up. So now I'm going to unveil a 20-inch spotty to you guys. Is it on full screen?
It's on full screen, and we are
okay. Here it comes.
Ready.
Here it is, guys. It is. I don't know. I think there's only 2 of these exist. I think Jet and I am the only ones that get this, but a 20-inch spotty, dude. And I think the guy nailed it, man. It looks killer.
It looks awesome. Can you bring it closer to the camera?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna. I mean, he's got a lifelike eye in here. It's got a fin. He's got everything just looks in proportion. Looks right. I mean, look at this tail. I'm gonna bring it in now so you can see a close up on it. But look at that paint job, guys.
That's awesome.
Holy mackerel! I don't know what kind of paint he uses, but Todd, you should start painting lures too. This looks killer. I mean, look at the work and all those. I don't know how many hours you put into this, Todd, but dude, the paint job and the detail to all the spots and the colors, getting it right on, man. Thank you, I appreciate it. This will be something I'll hang up in my house forever.
That's super cool. Very cool. So let's see. It looks like the stream is. No, there it goes. It's good. We're good. It's good. The stream is good.
Okay.
So let's see. Dog Good Jones says that is sick. Zach, what up, Zach?
Yeah,
Welcome.
it is killer, dude.
That is cool.
I love it.
Says Zach. Cool. And
yeah.
then
let me zoom in on the tail so you guys can get a deep. I don't know if you can see it, but man, dude, it nailed it, man.
It's a lot of work, yeah. Jet says it looks even better in person.
Yeah, it does. It does.
You know, that's awesome. Right on. So rad. Yeah. Nice job there, Todd. And that's from Salty. And then Fishy down there says, great job, Todd. Leonard says, great job, Todd. TV Metal Art. That's cool. Right.
It's made out of stainless steel, too, so this thing will last, and then lifetime. And here's what the back looked like. The guy, he even includes like a thing to hang it on, which is killer.
That's cool.
Thanks, Brian. Spotty 2020. I assume that's your signature, Todd. Thanks for signing it, because when you're a famous artist, maybe this thing will be super valuable.
So good. Super good.
So thank you, Todd.
So where are you gonna put it?
Okay, so it's normally daily. It's gonna hang in my house.
Yeah.
I've already hung it in my house, and my daughter came in and she's like, "Holy mackerel, what's that?" It's kind of like, but I'm gonna hang this up right now.
Oh, nice. So it'll be a set. It'll be a set piece. For Brian's set. And then
once I get some lighting on it, and maybe I might move it somewhere else, but once I get some lighting on that thing, it's gonna look killer.
That's sweet. So that's gonna be part of Brian's set, and then
yep.
That's good. I like it. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I just put it up there real quick. I haven't got any lights on it, but man, when that thing gets some lights on it, it's gonna look killer. Not that it already doesn't.
It looks awesome. Very cool. Nice work, Todd. Very cool.
Thanks, Todd.
Guys, I kind of spammed the link to Todd's page. If you need the link, you can type ! TB Metal Art. But if you're gonna go to the trouble of typing ! TB Metal Art, might as well go type that into a browser and add .com. TBMetalArt.com, or if you want a clickable link, type in ! TB Metal Art. Okay, I'll do it for you one more time, and you guys can do it again if you need it. TB Metal Art. Oops. There it is. TB Metal Art.
I think I might even talk to Todd about ordering that. He makes the kelp strands.
I know.
I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
With that, and I don't know.
I'm gonna go back to split screen with you real quick.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, they're saying it's down. No, it's back. It's back. Sorry, guys. It's back.
Oh, how's my screen look? Hopefully it's clear.
It's a little bit grainy, but it's clearing up. Now we're good.
Ah, darn it.
The fish look good though. The fish look good.
Okay, good. I wanted that fish to come off grid.
There you go. Yeah.
Okay, so
this got to refresh.
any comments? Yeah, everybody looks like, oh, great job, awesome, Todd. Yeah.
Cool.
Is it flat on the? It's not flat. It's like he shapes it just like a fish, but it sits flat. You know, so it sits flat on the wall, but no, it like curves just like it would in real life.
Yeah, he saw it once you turned it. I had to refresh the iPad.
Oh.
It says Cal's iPad is the culprit. I think whenever Cal uses his iPad, he slows down the stream for everybody else. Just kidding, Cal.
I can tell when the stream's going bad because I can see you're looking a little grainy too. So.
Am I looking grainy now?
Nah, not too bad, but not like perfect. Like when we do our pre-show course.
Oh, I know. Right?
Okay.
All right, let's keep going.
So there's our unboxing, or there's our 20-inch fish that we told we got this weekend. Unfortunately, it wasn't a real one. It's better than a real one.
20-inch fish. Now he's gotta like. That's like you like what is it called? Like putting it out there, and now the universe will give you one or something.
20-inch spotty. There it is. So
I
mean, that's what a 20-inch spotty would look like.
Right. So since we're talking about 20-inch spotties and trophy fish and world records, what's the status on that? Let's talk about that.
Okay, so you guys all know that I've been trying to get this world record, and it's the current world record is 4.15 ounces, which is basically a 5-pound fish, and that's a fish I have not even came close to or seen. So that's a really hard record to break, I think. 13 years ago, I caught a fish that was a really big fish. Unfortunately, I didn't have a scale. It wasn't 5 pounds for sure, but it was a big fish. And I have not seen a fish that big since then. So I've had a 13-year span of looking for this big fish. And I don't know if you guys have came across any 5+ pounders, but it's a tough fish to and you know what? A fish can look 5 pounds, but actually putting it on a scale and it weighing 5 pounds is different, because when you catch like a calico that's 5 pounds, if you've weighed one, they're huge. Yeah, 5-pound fish is in the bass world is huge. Not in everybody's world of fishing, but in our world, in bass world, 5-pound spotty would be a huge fish. I think that fish would be like, yeah, I think that fish, if I had to guess on the length, I would say that would probably be a 23 or 24-inch fish if I had to guess. And
Zach, we are talking about spotties. Yeah, we're talking about world record spotties and how to catch big spotties.
What is going on back there?
Salty says, Salty said, pretty sure every time I got broke off, it was a 5-pound spotty.
Yeah, that's true too. Every time you have that huge fish on there and you break off, it's in your mind, what was that fish? It's probably a stingray. That's always what I'd say. It's probably a stingray. But it could have been, you don't know.
Like,
we're all fishing like 30-pound braid and 15-pound or 20-pound leaders, so unless we have a bad knot or something, we shouldn't be breaking off. You know, or your drag set up.
If your drag set too hard, yeah. If your drag is set too hard.
Yeah, if your drag's all buttoned down, that might have been a.
So let's talk about a setup. I mean, we talk about setups all the time, but I just want to go over it real quick, because I love to fish the Ned rig, right? And I mean, I guess as long as that's the drag is set right, you could land a 5-pound fish, I guess, but it's more likely for it to break, I guess, than not, right? So what I'm trying to ask is,
yes,
should we be fishing heavier setups if we're targeting bigger fish?
Well, there's pros and cons to it, Roman. So for me, I've always said this, I try to get away as light as possible, just because that fish is probably 20 years old. It's seen everything. And when I'm, minus the A-rig. The A-rig, I'm fishing a heavy line. But I normally fish, my leader is 10 pounds or less. And to me, anything less, 15 pounds or less.
Yeah.
So anything below 15, I consider light. Anything above 15 would be pretty heavy for spotties. So if you're fishing 20, 30 pound, that's probably pretty heavy for that fish. But yeah, I mean, if you're going for that lighter weight, if you're going for 10 pound, 8 pound, you got to be good with your drag. You got to work with that drag. Don't expect to just manhandle that fish in like you're fishing 65 pound braid and then bounce it in the boat. You might even have to have a net if you've got 6 or 8 pound on there, and you get it to the side of the boat, and it is a huge fish. You want to land that thing. You might even have to have a net, because if you have your drag set up loose and you got that light line, and bouncing that thing in can be scary.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's some finesse to it. But okay, back to the world record. So, like I said, that record it was set on July 12th of 2003. So that record has been out there for 17 years. Wow. 17 years. Can you imagine the amount of spotties that have been caught in that time? And, somebody may have broke it and may just not have known the world record and thrown it back in, or took it home, God, hopefully not, and ate it. But that record's been there for a long time. And there's a lot of guys out there fishing these things trying to beat that record. So with that being said, I have contacted the IGFA. And when I say contacted, I've emailed, I've left voicemails, called, emailed, voicemail. I've been calling on them, trying to call me back because I got questions for them. So today was the day I finally got a call back from Nick at the IGFA. And the IGFA is the International Game Fishing Association. They're the ones that basically, if you get a world record, you submit it. And they're a legitimate place that you have to fill out a form, go to a certified scale. There's a big process to getting one of these world records. So they're like, I think, a legitimate place to hold a world record. There is a state record that's bigger than that, but it's not quite like this one. You don't have to fill out forms. So I'm going to go with the IGFA world record. That's the one I'm going to go with. That's the one I'm trying to beat. And if you go on their webpage, you can check out their world records, and they have something called a line category. And what that is basically, let's say calico bass, because there is a line category for that fish. So there's all gear, all tackle, which is the fish caught on any type of conventional rod and reel with any type of line. And that's an all tackle record. And that's what that 4 pound, 15 ounce record is. It's a all tackle.
Right.
And then there's a line record, which is, yep.
So just real quick. So I'm sorry, and I don't want to derail it too much, but just some good questions are coming up. Muto says, are spotties good eating? No.
No.
It tastes terrible.
Well,
they live in the bay.
Yeah.
And you
know what? There's no shortage of them. So, I mean, if you want to try one, go for it. But for that spotty to get 14 inches legal, which is legal now, it used to be 12, but they raised it to 14. Yeah. That fish is about 12 years old. So it takes a while for them to get that old.
And then,
or to get that.
Zach Dogu Drone says, I bet there's some big ones in Mexico.
Well, you know what, Zach? They're pretty. It's a bay fish. Yeah. It's not like a calico. Yeah. So they're actually pretty located just to Southern California into our local bays. You got Newport, you got Long Beach, you got Mission Bay, you got San Diego Bay, but they're really a bay fish. I caught
one spotty while jigging, like with what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was trying to make bait with a sabiki, and I caught a spotty.
Out in a kelp?
In Bay Valley.
No way. Yeah. They would be there because that's like basically like a bay.
Little bay area. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go back on track.
That's awesome. Yeah. So they may be down there. I might have to take a trip down there.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah. So okay, getting back to the line record. So when you buy line, most of you guys probably all know this, but if you're new to fishing, when you buy line, it has a rating on it. Like this is a 15 pound, that's fluorocarbon. When you buy any type of line, like here's some braid, that's 65 pound. There's some mono, that's 8 pounds. So anytime you buy a fishing line, it has a weight rating. And basically what that 8 pound means is that is the break point of that. So once you get to that 8 pounds, this line is set to hold that much weight. That's its break strength. So they have this thing called a line rating where you catch a specific fish, let's say spotted bay bass, on a specific line rating. And with a fish this size, it's normally like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, a line rating. Right now, the IGFA has no line categorization for spotted bay bass. There's only one category, and that is all tackle. And when I talked to Nick, I said, hey, that record's 17 years old. We've all been fishing these baits. It's going to be a hard one to beat. Is there any chance the IGFA would open up a line category? And his first answer was no. He says they basically hold that for bigger fish, normally for bigger fish, 200 pounds and up, and more popular fish. And then I said, well, you know, I mean, they're based in Florida, so to them, a spotted bay bass, they have no idea what it is. So after talking to Nick for 10 minutes, pleading my case, telling him, hey, this is a popular fish in Southern California, LA, anywhere Southern California, San Diego, and we have clubs that fish for this fish. We talk about this. We have a show dedicated, not dedicated, but based on this.
Pretty much dedicated, yeah.
We have a lot of people that fish this fish, and I would love to see a line category open to it. And he basically told me no. And I said, well, how does it work? Can we just do a 6-pound one line rating? And he says, no, when they open it up for a line rating, it opens it up for all the classes, which is like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10-pound men's, women's, fly fishing line, and juniors. So it opens up a huge category, right? So I think that's why it's a little hesitant to just open up a bunch of them, because it's a lot of work for them. Because he says they don't just open one line class. It basically, it's all or nothing with them. So I pleaded to him for more, probably starting to bug the guy because I was on the phone for about 15 minutes, you know, giving him my case, telling him, hey, you know,
that's awesome, dude.
This would be, for us, would be great, because could you imagine the Pandora's box this would open up?
Mm-hmm.
It would be like all of a sudden we've got 5 spotty records that are all vacant.
Yeah.
And it's like I mean, that world record was set so long ago, it's really hard to beat. I mean, it may be done, but if we had current fishing conditions, like the fish we have currently right now, and we have line categories to where I have to now go buy a setup that can hold 4-pound line and go try to catch a world spotty that's vacant. I mean, that to me would be awesome. Every weekend, that's what I think a lot of us would be doing. It would change the whole game for me, because then I would be fishing with a light gear, trying to set these world records, and I bet everybody would be.
People would start breaking them. We start like the whole breaking the record cycle.
Yeah, and now the records would start being set again. It's not a 17-year-old or 20-year-old record. We're getting new records. We're getting new attention to the sport. They're getting new members, you know, because you have to be a member to submit this. And I'm pleading this case to him, and he starts to turn. He starts thinking about it. He's like, you know. And so I'm talking more and more to the guy, and he's slowly coming my way. I can see him starting to glimpse. So they meet, I think it's once a month. They meet once a month, and they have an agenda that they go over on new topics, on new fish.
Yep.
And I got Nick to put spotted bay bass on this month's agenda for possible approval of a line rating class.
Do we need to write a letter or something?
Okay, so let me get to that. So Monday, he said, Monday, he promised he'd call me back. So if he doesn't call me back, obviously I'm going to be calling him. But he says after the meeting, he's going to call me. I'm kind of thinking it might be a no, because it's a lot of work for him.
Yeah, it is.
And if I get that answer, I'm going to reach out to everybody here, including myself and everybody, and we're going to start a email chain kind of to them, an email appeal of us sending. I'll get an email, and I'll start an email appeal saying, hey, we want this. We want this line class. We want to be able to go out there and try to beat set current records with the fish we have now, not fish from the 1980s, not fish from the 70s, current fishing conditions for our fish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
that's cool.
I get an update. I got it on the agenda by hassling the guy for about a half an hour. I didn't want to be a Karen. I was nice, but I want them to at least think about it, because they did it with calicos. Calico has a line category.
Oh, it does?
And that's kind of it's Southern California fish.
That's super. Yeah, that's pretty much almost the same zones, I guess. So we have some good questions coming in. So Zach or somebody, Zach asked if how do they know what line you used?
Okay, that's an awesome question, Zach. So There's a whole process to it. Once you, hopefully, we'll do a complete. If this does,
sorry, Brian. I'm gonna interrupt. Sorry. Awesome thought. Todd said go through CCA. See if CCA can appeal to the IGF and get.
I have that written down in my notes right in front of me. I was going to appeal to them, but hey.
Sorry, keep going.
We're at step 1 right now, the asking them to do it. And it's on the agenda. So that's step 1. And maybe we'll get lucky and it'll just be a yes right off the bat. We won't have to think about all that.
Got it.
But so Zach, your question.
I like it.
So Zach, your question is, yes, okay, with the IGFA, you need a certified scale, which they have plenty of them, almost one in every bay that you can take it to. And if this does go through, we're obviously I'm going to do a show on how to get this record. So you guys will know. I'll give you the brief though. You have to get an official weight on an official scale, fill out a form. You have to pay them. I think it's $40 to test your line. So you send in, I think it's 15 feet of line, maybe it's 15 meters with your application, with your pictures, with everything. And there's a process to get it. So yeah, they do test your line. You have to have a witness. There's a big process. If you want, you can go on the IGFA's webpage, and they have a 4-page list of rules. So I'm not going to break down all the rules yet because we're not there yet. Yeah. If we do get there, we'll go over these rules.
Okay, but we're ready to raise a ruckus. We're ready to raise a ruckus. It looks like. I think 50. 50
guys on my side. Sweet.
So if you're fishing leader. Is that does a line weight count on the leader or the actual main line?
These are questions when we get to that step. I'll call up Nick and I'll have it all clarified. I haven't got into exact specifics yet, but I'm gonna say I read it. Yeah, exactly. So it's 4 pages of rules. So we'll go over that if we ever get to that step. Hopefully we will. So I'm waiting for that call. Let's see how it goes.
Very cool. Cool.
Yeah, I can't imagine how cool it would be to be able for all of us to get out there, because it'll be vacant records for the men's class, the women's class, the junior class, the fly fishermen. It'll be vacant records for the opening. So I'm sure it'll be all of us one-upping each other, breaking each other's world records is what I always see. So I think that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, champion of the world for spotted baby bass fishing. Champion of the world, dude.
I know, and the cool thing is, with Instagram, everybody will be showing, hey, I got this world record, and then 2 weeks later, somebody else is gonna be, I just beat your world record. Yeah. So I really hope this goes through, guys. I'm gonna literally fight for it. If I need you guys, I'll call you in. If I need the CCA, I'll call you in. But I've got the guy, Nick, down there. I've got his personal phone number now, so he's in trouble. I got his personal email address.
That is hilarious. All right, Captain Dan, I just fixed my audio. Sorry about that. It was a little bit low. How's that?
Oh, no problem. I actually told him to watch the show, so maybe he's even watching. Come on, Nick, approve it. Get those. Go out.
Yeah, Nick. In case Nick is watching, guys, put in the comments who would want that category open. Say I would or do it in the chat just to get some chatter going. Pretty cool. That's very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I think so.
I see 22 people in here, guys. Our stream is a lot smaller than it used to be. But the 22 people that are in here, please do me a favor and hit that like button. I know it's been a while since I've asked you guys to hit like on these streams. That might be part of the issue why the algorithm is not sharing it so much. Also, it's a new channel, but we finally hit 200 subscribers on Fish Hour with Roman channel. So we're getting there, slow and steady. But yeah, let's hit that like button, guys. And there it goes. I see it moving. Woohoo! All right, let's see. Hider's back. How to restart my system? Oh, Leonard says I would do
You're coming across kind of choppy. Or am I coming across choppy too?
A little bit.
How's our stream look, guys? Does our stream look good?
You look a little bit, what's it called? Witness protection.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. At least I'm not showing
it. We can do it. I would. Send it. Yep, for me. Sorry, y'all. Oh, what up, Coach? Cool. Coach just showed up. Cool. Yeah, so that's basically that's a really cool idea.
You missed my motivational speech, Coach, on trying to get Nick to approve the IGFA line category for spotties.
That'd be cool. Be so.
We're gonna. I think as a group we can get that.
It's such a cool. I don't know what. Hey, you know what? Even if this doesn't go through, whatever, let's do MMFC record. Yeah, why not?
Hey, we could always do that. We could always. You guys have to go out and buy a scale. That's like I've been telling you to do. Go out and get one of these guys, please. This is called a scale. It weighs a fish. You hook your fish to it and you weigh it. We've all caught 14s. We've all caught 14.5. So now let's start getting into the 2 pound and the 2.5 pound clubs. You got to have one of these though if you know you're going to enter that club.
Coach Worf says, I know a guy working on a world record class for zebra perch.
Yeah. Nick did tell me there was a bunch of people trying to get other line category fish in there. And you got to remember, they're dealing with fish from around the entire world.
Yeah.
So it's a big agenda over there.
What up?
And the fish we want to put across is kind of a localized kind of fish, but it's important to us, and that's what matters.
What up, Jordan? Fishing with Uncle Dan's in the house. He said, dude, I'm about to hit the bay with 2 pound test. They haven't approved it yet. No record.
Dude, you're going to have your drag set up good.
I know.
That's the first one I'm going to go for. But everybody's going to go for that 2 pound, dude. That would be legit. 2 pound on a 2 pound test. That'd be awesome.
You're going to need a whole nother setup for that. Oh, could you do that on the 1000?
It'll be like a bluefin battle.
Could you
battling that for like 30 minutes.
Could you do it like on the 1000?
Yeah, you'd probably use a 1000 or 500 reel, and it would be a ultra rod. Oh man, it would be a battle. It'd be fun though. You'd have to have the drag set up real loose.
Trout gear says, Jordan. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, it would be one of those battles where people would be watching you for 10 minutes fighting a fish, and you'd probably pull it in, and it'd be like a 13-inch body.
That's super good.
But it would look epic on 2. Yeah.
Cool. Maybe we should. Trout rod says Salty. Yep, trout rod. Cool. And maybe we should start. So MMFC is going. Was it MMFC dash? What do we have? No, mad-max.com is going to our Facebook group, but I can convert that to an actual website. And if you want to start, if we want to start doing our own little like wall of.
I say we do it. Let's just pick one weight. Let's pick like 6 or 8. Now, if you guys want to get wacky, 4 or 2. But maybe pick 2 weights, like a really ultralight, like 2, and then maybe like an 8 pound. This doesn't get, if we do like 6 categories, it's too much.
Yeah, it's
so
too
maybe
much
like a 2 pound and an 8 pound, maybe.
A 2 pound and an 8 pound? 8 pound is okay. So
yeah,
okay. All right. Let's that'll be something we can work on because we have the URL. Or should we make it part of Bay Wars? That's weird. I'm not sure if we have a new website for that, or it could be like ongoing Bay War, right?
Yeah, so, and one thing you'd have to have is your main line would have to match your leader line because it would have to be 6 or 2 pound all the way through. You can't have a 6-inch 2 pound leader on a 30 pound braid. We'd have to make up a rule system, but we could do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's something for us to figure out and come up with the rules on.
Yeah.
But that would be cool. Would you guys be open to that?
You know what? Maybe our next tournament we do a 2 pound fishing line tournament. Everybody has to show up with 1 rod with 2 pound line, and that's a 2 hour. Our 2 hour tournament will be light line tournament.
Yeah. See, Zach says Bay War seasonal challenge. Yep. No, that would just be an ongoing Bay Wars category, like a I don't know, like a classification or like a, what do they call it, leaderboard? Just kind of like a wall of champions or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bay champions.
I seriously though, I like the idea of our next tournament being a light line tournament, and that would get us good at fishing light line. That would force us to have to do it.
And you can use the same setup you used last time.
Yeah, the princess one.
Pretty much.
No, I'm saying regular rod and reel.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe we even pick the manufacturer in the line. You can only no leader, just like Berkeley Trilene 2 pound or 6 pound or whatever we decide.
Nice.
One specific line.
It says Dog Dude Drone says Roman hands out the line when you get there and you spool it on site. Dang. Just I'll spool off a big old spool. Like, all right, show up, give me a reel, tie it on real quick, and you wind up. Okay, that's enough. Next person, cut. That'd be cool.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. The same line.
Yeah, you buy one of those giant spools. Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Shoot,
That's a good idea.
This is cool. Yeah, those would be cool things to do.
Yeah.
That way, in case it does go through, we already have a little bit of experience with the setup, right? So we'll have a leg up, and that's the advantage of watching the show and being part of the community. Yeah.
If it goes through the day they open it online, I'm sure everybody's going to do the mad dash, and because all the records are going to be vacant. Yeah. So everybody's going to be like, everybody wants to get that little. I think they send you like a little certificate. Everybody wants to be able to hold that thing up, dude. I was a one-time record holder.
One time in high school, I scored 4 touchdowns in one game. Super.
Yeah, Polk High. Yeah, Polk High record.
Yeah, Polk High. Oh, that's good. Salty's like,
I like it too because there's the women's. It's not only men's, but it's women's and junior. I think junior is 14 years or older, so a whole other junior category too.
My kids are gonna slay. Woo!
I know. Your kid owns a world record.
That'd be so awesome. I'm making they'd be their own rivalry.
We're seriously though putting the carriage before the horse. First, we got to get this to go through. So.
All right.
So next Wednesday, I'll give you the update of Nick calling me. Hopefully, it'll be good news.
Very cool. Very cool. And we should probably think about the rules and just make our like I said, maybe we will do something with Bay Wars. Just keep it. So we're doing it, and then if they do open it up, we'll have a little bit of experience, kind of like fishing for those records. Let's see. Leonard says I've been fishing straight.
Check out some of the chat.
Leonard says I've been fishing straight 8-pound fluoro on my Ned rig setup. Nice. That's a good one. Let's see.
Yeah. I fish a lot of 8-pound.
Does it have to be mono?
No,
as long as it's 8
it just has to meet. Well, I don't want to say that at first, but I know they have mono, fluoro, and a braid category in the rules. Because I briefly looked at it. Yeah. So it just has to, when you send in a line, it has to meet their criteria. So I would say if you're going out to do that, make sure you read the rules. That way you don't get it and send in your line and it doesn't qualify. But like I said, if it does get to that point, I'm gonna do a show dedicated on how to do it. So we're gonna break down the rules.
Very good. Salty says I gotta try. Salty says I have to start training my oldest. He's got 9 years to practice. Yeah, that's so awesome. That's right. That's cool. No, that's a really cool idea, and hope it goes through. Any lobster season?
Yeah.
Lobster season's coming up. That's a good topic, Todd. Lobster season is coming up. You should get Jim Salazar on a couple of weeks prior. Cool. I'll look him up.
Yeah.
I'll look him up and I'll ask him if he wants to come out here and say what's up, and maybe we'll have an interview.
Is Jim the one that owns LP Fishing Supply? Is he the owner down there? I know he's really into hoop fishing and lobster fishing. I've seen a seminar with him, and he is a wealth of knowledge.
Very cool. Zach says I got a catch carbonite board coming to me. What is that?
What was it? Catch what?
Catch carbonite. Oh, I think it's one of those expanding measuring boards.
Oh, okay, cool. He got its like hog trough basically, or his measuring board. Cool.
Yeah, but he calls it catch carbonite. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
It must be a new brand name of one. Mine's like, I think I showed you mine. It's just like it's just this. And the reason I like this one is just because the numbers are so bright on it. You can really take a good picture on it. But mine's just a Bass Pro Shop one, just a piece of aluminum.
Oh, okay.
Only goes up to 22.
It's pretty much a hot shot.
It's expandable though, right? Is that what he says?
No, it's not. It's basically like yours, but it's basically like that, but it's got a little trough. But they don't call it a hog trough. because it doesn't have the structure on the sides. It's just like a U. So if you already ordered it, good. But if it's gonna be hard to make it float. I like the original hog trough because it's got the little grooves down the sides, and you can just stuff foam in there to make it float in case you drop it.
That's probably the standard is a hog trough, just because the shape. I think it's 30 inches, and it fits on your guys' kayaks really nicely. Don't they have an actual holder for that thing from kayaks?
Oh yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So let's see. I lost my chat. Where's my chat? Oh, hello, chat. There it is. Okay. Let's see. Yeah.
Dario, hey Dario, what's up, man? He says he's getting one of those too.
Plastic. Yeah, it's a plastic version of the catch. Okay, cool. The board I had last time was from Walmart, and it was lame. Aluminum.
Yeah.
Yeah, aluminum's
Yeah, good. I mean, definitely, if you're going to probably go buy one, guys, that hog trough one is really nice. But the reason I like this one, just because of the color. And I had a Bass Pro Shop gift card I got for Christmas, so that's why I got that.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, so I think that are those all the topics, or are we down to like fishing technique?
If anybody has, if I mean, we hit the world record. That went pretty long. I didn't think it was going to that long, but I think that's a subject we all want to see go through. But we talked on the Monday show. If you're on there, if you guys were talking about spinner baits and a few baits. So if we want to hit the topic, guys, on swim baits and spinner baits, we can hit that too. So
let's do it.
I basically said, hey, let's talk about catching big spotties at the early of the show. So that's what I think me and Roman are going to talk about for our last. Well, man, we're already at 8 o'clock.
I know, we're 8 o'clock. We'll do like 15 more minutes. We'll do 15. We'll do like 15 more minutes just to talk about techniques or approach.
Yeah, absolutely. So was it Jesse that was asking about swim baits? I think. Hopefully he's on right now.
Yeah.
So he was asking about fishing swim baits. Jesse, are you new to fishing spotties? Have you fished swim baits before? I think you asked Monday that how do you fish a swim bait? And it's something me and Roman have gone over a lot, so I'm going to briefly go on it. If you want to go back, I think two fishy hours ago maybe, and we really kind of broke down fishing cool baits underspin with a swim bait. So we went into it a lot on that. But basically the swim baits, recently I've been getting into, they come in different sizes, right?
Oh, Jesse is here.
Can you see these on there, Roman?
Yep.
Oh, cool, Jesse.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, I don't need to go full screen, but okay, so you have your normal 3-inch, right? They make a 4-inch and they make a 6-inch. And probably the most common, Jesse, is going to be this little guy, which is the 3-inch. This thing's totally chewed up. I used this weekend. This is probably the most common size swim bait. And we rigged that up with something called a jig head. Let me grab one here. Which we've gone over this, but for Jesse, I'm going over again. It's a jig head, which is basically just a ball of lead with a hook, and this connects right into the swim bait. I'm going to do this real quick.
Oh, he says, he says, I've been fishing for spotties for a few months now. Can catch them on underspins, but not on jigs with skirts. Interesting.
Oh, okay. So he's talking. Okay, so is he talking about spinner baits then? Is he the spinner bait question?
So you're talking about.
So
Jesse, you're talking about
spinner this real quick. So
yeah, go ahead.
So you put on a lead jig head, and basically these are probably one of the bread and butter fishing of the bays for spotties. You throw this thing in, let it sink to the bottom, and slow retrieve it on the bottom, and maybe pause it, change your speed, but make sure that you're on the bottom with this. If you're in the mid water column or the upper water column, you're probably not going to get bit. So when you're fishing this, just make sure you're on the bottom, and that's the most basic explanation I can give for this. And if you want, you could go to a jig head with a underspin, which is like this, and that adds some flash to it, and it gives it a little flash, which may give it a little better presentation. But you fish them basically the same way.
So he's having trouble with the.
That's the basics on how to fish that.
So he's having trouble with the jig heads with the weedless guard. the guard.
Okay.
I don't fish those
Yep.
anymore. Like when I was new, I was like, ooh yeah, I'm gonna get the jig head with the weedless, so it doesn't get weeds on it. Still gets weeds on it. And I think it gets in the way of like the fish closing its mouth on the hook sometimes. Like this is all purely in my mind, no evidence. This is just like me hypothesizing. Okay. When like your reaction when you touch something that you're not expecting it is to get out of the way, right? So like if you're talking here and I accidentally bump the mic here with my hand, if I'm not aware, if it happens on accident, then my natural reaction is to kind of pull away because I don't know what that is, right? So I think that might be something similar to that happens in the fish's mouth when it goes to eat that bait and it's expecting to bite into something. I mean, and it might happen too fast for it to even realize it. But I'm just, in my mind, this is what I'm thinking. When it's trying to bite on the bait, if it bites on the guard first, it might not take as hard of a bite as you would before. Like you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Does that sound like it makes sense? Does that sound like
Yeah, I'll subscribe to that theory. Especially when you buy those and they're bone stock, and it's like a ton of them going up, and they're
like
really thick.
10 or 15 big pieces of plastic.
I think you gave a pro tip once on maybe trimming. If you have one of those, maybe trim a few of them off. Maybe thin it out a little bit.
Yeah, thin it out.
But
for sure.
The way we fish those, I'm with you, Roman. I don't usually fish the weedless just because the way I fish those, I'm trying to be right above the weeds. I'm usually not dragging through. And if you fish for spotties, guys, you're going to get grass. You're going to snag the grass. There's no getting out of it. You're just going to have to learn how to work your way through it. And if the grass is so thick that you're snagging it constantly, go to a different spot. That spot's not for you. Sometimes the grass can be too thick.
Do you fish jigs with skirts? I don't.
No.
That's another thing.
Well,
I don't do that anymore.
The only one I do is my spinner bait.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
I know lots of people that do, and I'm sure they work good. I just don't fish those that much. But the only thing I fish with a skirt is these spinner baits. They come with a skirt.
Yeah.
I fish them stock just like they are in the package, and I keep the skirt on those, but not with my swim baits. No.
Very cool.
But I know they do work, so I'm not discouraging you from trying that. I just don't do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dario says I definitely feel like you miss more bites with the skirt. I mean, with the I think he's talking about with the weedless. Yeah, the weedless is a lifesaver in the rocks from the shore. Ah, got it, Alex. That's a good point. Yeah, maybe that's
if you're a shore fisherman, I could see that. Yeah. So one thing I want to mention to you guys too. Okay, so if you find a grassy spot, and this is probably not so much for the shore pounders, but more the kayak guys and boat guys, when you find a grassy spot and you get it through that grass, right when it leaves that grass, that is like a big strike zone. I would say 15 feet out of that grass, you're going to get a lot of fish. So you get through that grass, you're feeling the grass, all of a sudden you don't feel the grass, you're in the sand, and boom, you're going to get hit right there. That's a critical time in your retrieve to get your pause, to slow it down or speed it up. Just change something up as you're leaving that grass, because I think they're right on the edge, and when they see that thing come out of the grass, they're waiting and they nail it. So learn your patches of grass. If you're going only through grass, and you never make it out, move to a spot where it's a patch, not like a field of grass. That makes sense to you, Roman?
It makes sense, and I can see it. I can visualize it because I mean, I've shown you guys some of those videos where like the spotties are like not even in the grass. The spotties are in like it's not just eelgrass, and then a stop, and then pure sand. It's eelgrass, stringers, dead eelgrass, and then sand. Okay, so it's a transition. It's not a solid wall. So and as you guys seen in some of my videos, like the diving videos I've done, they're actually in that little sparse eelgrass on the edges, and usually ready to pounce. So so when you said that you wait for it to swim out, and when you swim it out, you pause it, and then you go, dude, that's like so tempting. Yeah, perfect.
I've never dove in the bay, but I know it because so many times I've got it through the grass, just feeling, all of a sudden the grass disappears from my retrieve.
Yeah.
Next 2 winds, it's hit, and that's happened so many times. I know they're hanging out right.
That's so good.
I just know it.
That's super.
I can actually, not just my magical feet, but I can actually feel, because I've been doing those underspins and swims it's for so long that I can actually feel when it leaves the grass, and I can feel that like 15-foot sweet zone where I think I'm going to get bit.
Yep.
Like it just feels right. It just feels it feels fishy is what I say.
Yeah. So
feels right.
Salty's got a good point. I acknowledge and I realize that short pounding is different, and that would make sense why you would want the brush. I'm gonna call it the brush weed guard because it's like a big thick brush.
Yeah.
But just know that the same quality that's keeping it off the rock is also might be keeping it from hooking a fish. Okay. And then Salty with a great suggestion. Want to go weedless? Rig up an extra wide gap hook with a bullet weight. Texas rig it. That way, you know, your hook is concealed in the bait, and it's probably going to swim better anyway because you don't have that big, massive thing hanging off of it. Looks more natural.
Yeah. And when you fish it like that, Salty, you can almost pull it through any grass. You can even pause it in the grass, because with the swim baits, you pretty much have to keep it going. If you stop it midway through that grass, you're pulling a lot of junk in with you.
Very cool.
But with the technique he's talking about, you could actually pause in the grass, bring it up, drop it down. So it's a whole different technique when you Texas rig like that.
I like to use like the Z-Man Paddler Z, I think it's called. It's got a little, it's not as big as a regular like MC swim bait, but it floats. So
are you talking about this guy? That's the Paddling Z.
Yeah, because it's got a hollow belly, so it's perfect for like the weedless setup, like Salty's describing.
It's got that groove.
Yeah, it's got the groove, and then also like it floats. So since your bullet weight is kind of like sliding, it gives a bait, like if you pause it, it gives a bait time to like rise up and be suspended in the water for like a split second, so it doesn't just lay on the floor.
Yeah, it's got this nice groove down the belly of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, these are good baits, and they last about twice as long as anything else too.
Dario's got a question. He says, "Can you see the eelgrass on your down imaging any good?" You can.
Yes.
When it's go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yes, I can definitely see it. So if you ever watch me in the bay, I'm usually doing zigzags all around, and I'm looking for something. And when I see the eelgrass, you see the flat bottom, and then you can actually, on the down scan, you could see grass coming up. And if there's a big fish down there, sometimes you can actually see him sitting on the edge of the grass. So as Roman calls it, video game fishing, we cruise around looking at a screen, and we're looking for certain things on the bottom. Cool. And that's one of them I look for, is grass or rocks. Or I look for dips and bowls.
Coach said, just use live bait. Jeez.
That's boring.
And then Dog Dude Drone said, cheater. And then Cal said, that's not cheating. No, I get it. Live bait is more effective. But when I go fishing, the last thing I want to do is go to the bait barge first, get some bait, or or take my bait tank so I can keep bait alive. No, dude.
The one thing.
Go ahead.
I fish live bait for a long time. I love it. I used to love it. And one thing cool about fishing live bait is you never know what you're going to get. So basically you're just throwing it out there and you're soaking it, waiting for something to grab it. And it's the total mystery. It could be anything. You don't know what you're going to get. The way we're fishing, we pretty much know we're going to get a halibut, we're going to get a spotty, we might catch a weird fish every once in a while. But live bait fishing is fun because it's a mystery. You can pull up anything.
Yeah.
And you know what? I call that Sunday fishing because you can just throw the bait out there, put your pole in the pole holder, lean back, sip your beverage, and just wait for that thing to bend over, and then grab it. So that's good. That's good Sunday fishing too.
Yeah. Jesse's asking, is there a water temp that the fish like best? Yeah, warm.
I'm going to say 68 degrees. That's my guess. That seems to be once we leave winter and get to that 68, 67, 69 range, that seems to be a good range. Hotter the better usually, but I'm going to say when it gets really hot, for me, it seems to slow down. I don't get any halibuts when it's really hot for some reason. I think they like that little cooler.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's because a spotted bay bass is considered like a tropical fish, right? It's like
I guess it's San Diego, so yeah.
Let's see. Cal says I've used half loaf of Wonder Bread in my younger days to chum up the smell. Don't tell my mom.
I've never tried one.
That's so funny, Cal. That reminds me, like when I was a kid. I mean, we weren't well off, and my parents were both field workers, right? And so we're poor. Right? I guess we could say we're poor, and they asked in school if we could bring like canned food, right? And I was like, oh yeah, we got kinds of canned food at home. So I brought all kinds of canned food to school. And my mom's like, what did you do with all the canned food?
Oh no.
Yeah. So sad. Anyway, Cal story reminded me of that when he said, don't tell my mom I took all the bread to go chum up the fish. That's hilarious. It's funny. Sorry, anyway, go on.
I think I've done that with bluegill, but I don't think I've ever done that in the bay.
That's funny. Yeah, so yeah, I think fishing with lures is kind of like free fishing, you know, it's like, it's less.
Yeah, you're not dealing with bait, and you're not dealing with cutting stuff, and you're not dealing with, the process of it. But to me, it's the techniques, learning it. It's like a game to me, almost like fun to me. I want to try. I go to the fishing store, I select a lure, I go out and try it. If it doesn't work, I try something else. It's trial and error.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that's part of the fun with it for me. Is the night before I set up all my poles. I go over my my strategy in my head.
Nice.
I'm gonna fish this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna do that. And it's like a pre-game, and then we do the game. And today is our post-game show where we're talking about the game. So if I just went out there and I'm not saying that live bait's not fun, but if I just went out there and soaked baits all day, I like that fishing, but I like lure fishing for the excitement, I guess.
Yeah, and it seems like it's more like of a challenge. Well, it's more of a challenge for sure, but it feels like it feels like it's more of a win when you catch something on a lure. Anyway.
Yeah, and when you've gotten good at a specific lure, like if you're really good at crankbaits, I mean, and you can keep catching them on those, that's awesome. To get good at a specific thing, it's a challenge, most people don't just throw a lure in and catch a fish. You have to work at it. You have to earn it to catch a fish with lures.
Right. Very cool. All right. So I think that was a good show. I think we're getting ready to wrap it up. Guys, do me a favor, if it's your first time here and you enjoyed the show, we do this every Wednesday, bait fishing with Roman and Brian, bait fishing with Brian and Roman, whichever way we want to say it. I do fishing reports, just fishy hour. We hang out, answer your questions on my own, and talk about the last week's session or the last couple of fishing days. We're going to get Coach to come on the show more often and do his do the charts, do the reports on the charts. He was doing it for us last night as well. But we're going to get him to come back on Mondays. Basically, if you have bait fishing questions, Monday would be a good day. And if you have also Wednesday would be a good day for fishing questions. So it's just today. On Tuesdays, I stream on Twitch. I'm gonna go to my main page real quick and put the Twitch link up. There it is. romancastro.com/Twitch. I'll take you to my Twitch account. It's pretty fun. We get on there. I stream on Tuesdays. Usually stream a long time. Last night was not that long, but it's usually like a 3 to 4 hour stream. And I'm on the kayak, streaming live, hanging out, talking smack, catching fish. And it's pretty fun. Let's see. And again, on Wednesdays, it's Brian and I show up. And usually Brian prepares a really good show like today. We'll go over specific things. And then we always take a little bit of time to answer your questions specifically about the topic we're talking about. So anything else you want to say, Brian, before we sign off?
Nope, guys. So I guess I'll see some of you guys out there on Saturday. That's going to be a fun day. I'm sure we'll have some good fishing and get out there and snag some grass and catch some bass.
There we go. Awesome.
See you guys.
Awesome. Cool. Let me get Brian off on the, we'll go back to main screen here. Awesome. Again, big shout out to Brian. Thanks for taking the time to prep. And I know you're committed. And I appreciate all the stuff you're doing to make the show look nicer. The lighting looks amazing. The microphone is making the sound even better. So again, just know that I really mean thank you, and I'm grateful for your time and for the effort you're putting in. So thanks so much, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let's turn on the music. Do some quick shout outs on the way out. Zach, welcome back. Thanks for coming back to the show and hanging out with us for a little bit. Great questions, great comments. I love the interactions. That's Dog Dude Drone Zach. We have another Zach Riggs. Zach, welcome back as well. Cal, Salty Dangler, Dario, Jet, Captain Dan, Tyler, Hyder, Tyler and Hyder, Rhyme. Alex, welcome back. Let's see. Thanks for hanging out. Jesse, thanks for all your questions. I hope we answer some of those for you. Always welcome back on Mondays and Wednesdays to ask more questions. All good. Bring a friend. I hope you catch him on the 2-pound line, Jordan. Fishing with Uncle Dan down in the house. Let's see who else we have on here. Fish Dogs, welcome. I think it's maybe it was your first time here. Welcome to the show. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back on Monday. Let's see. Oh yeah, real quick, guys, we're gonna be fishing San Diego Bay. If you guys want to come fish with us, we'll be putting up the information on mad-max.com, which is going to take you to the Facebook group, Mad Max Fishing Club. That's where we have the events sorted out, and that way you'll know exactly where we're going to meet, what time, what to bring, what not to bring. And also, lastly, big shout out to Todd, TB Metal Art in the house. Thanks for the awesome work you do. Thanks for donating this beautiful yellowtail to the show. And guys, support Todd. Go give him a follow on his Instagram. He's at TB Metal Art. His website is tbmetalart.com. And I think that's it, guys. It's a good wrap up right there. I should have a video for you guys maybe Friday. Okay, so I'm gonna work on it tomorrow and hopefully get it done by Friday. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys on Saturday if we're fishing live together. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday. Good night. All right, cool.